The Minnesota Media Archive is brought to you by North Metro TV. Your support helps make the archive possible. Please consider a one-time donation. The past comes alive at North Metro TV, where we can help you transfer your old videotapes, films, cassette tapes, record albums, and even photographs and slides to DVD and digital so you can enjoy them again. North Metro TV, bringing the past to life.
Hello and welcome to Centennial High School for the year 2000 homecoming football game versus the Totino Grace Eagles. It's a cold night here, somewhat below freezing, and right now, as you can see, they're going through starting lineups for each of the teams. And right now, I'm just going to mention how Centennial did last week. They lost at Buffalo last week, 16-12, in a game that was marred by turnovers by both teams and sloppy special teams play by Centennial. And that puts Centennial at 2-3 for the year. And if you want to talk about Totino Grace right now.
Another defensive back, number 11, Dustin Peltier.
Totino Grace last week had a big win over Irondale, 35-6.
Number 8, Sean Frazier.
Key players in that game:
Grace
Nate Hildebrand.
Dave Niggin.
From what I see, 2 touchdowns.
The starting defense.
Math with 5 for 5 on extra
Cougars.
points. So far this year,
Starting it in,
Eagles have gone
number 62,
304 yards
Jeff
total
Joris.
offense. Nate Hildebrand himself averaging 9.4 yards a
At
carry.
defensive tackle,
Not
number
too bad.
64, Josh
Look for
Lambrecht.
key players tonight: Nate Hildebrand, Mike Brink, Matt Enstrom, and Joe
And
Nath.
nose guard, number 30, Dan
It
McDonald.
looks tonight like Centennial's got their hands full on their homecoming game. Playing the undefeated Totino Grace Eagles. This Totino Grace team this year, they've squeaked by with some victories that they probably shouldn't have had. I know a couple weeks ago against Spring Lake Park, they had a late bad call by the officials, I'm going to call it. I hope I don't get fined. But very bad call by the officials, which turned the ball over. Actually caused a loss of down for Spring Lake Park, and they weren't able to get back on the board and take the lead. But it should be a pretty good game out there tonight.
And also at linebacker, number
Cougars
19,
and
Andy Wasso.
Eagles have always had tough games playing each other.
Starting at cornerback,
And,
number 18,
No matter how the teams
Parrott.
have done during the year, this game has always been a nail biter.
At free
A
safety,
lot of
number
rivalry
59,
between these two
Bill
teams. I know
Todd.
when the Totino Grace team came out onto the field, the Centennial
And at cornerback,
fans, which
number 81,
packed the crowds
Jake
tonight for this
Krigler.
game, let them have it by
Centennial
showing
head
their
coach, Mike Watson.
school spirit by booing the Eagles. Not the nicest way to introduce the game, but
Your
That's
official
all right,
this
though.
evening, referee Dave Hallett.
and we're just about to get
Josh Thoreau,
underway right now.
linesman Greg Soderberg, line judge Bill Olson, and back
And I believe it's going to be Totino Grace that's going to be receiving the opening kick. Teams look a little bit cold out there. It's been coldest weather so far this year. Teams have only had about a day to prepare for this kind of weather. I know yesterday was pretty cool. Today, probably twice as cold as it was yesterday. See how these teams can hold up in this weather. Teams are starting to take the field. And back to receive. For the Eagles is number 8, Sean Smith. And Centennial planning a little strategy right now to start the game. You can hear the crowds right now. They're very loud out there. Hoping to see this defense step up on this first series.
Kicking for the Cougars is 49, Phil Todd. Sophomore this year in his first year of football. Stepping up, showing his teammates and everyone what he can do as a sophomore.
And we're set to go here now at Cougar Field for Homecoming 2000. Teams are set, the fans are set, and we're underway. Kick goes back, looks like it's number 20 is Zach Rowan with the ball, and he's tackled right at the 30-yard line. Great tackle there. Looks like Justin Pearson, number 1, and Nick Craven on that one made the tackle. And Totino Grace is going to open it up right now. And getting their offense set right now is number 13, quarterback Mike Brank for Grace. And they got a split back formation. And in motion there. And they're going to gain about 5 on the play. Carry there by number 33, Joe Starks. Gain of about 4 yards on that one. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6. And good defensive play right there by the Cougars.
Look for strong play tonight from the Centennial's defensive linebackers and D-line, especially the ends. Look for 83 to show us his power tonight.
Man in motion, I formation. Pitch out goes to number 20, Zach Roan. And he gets to the outside, and he's going to break it, and he's going to go down the sidelines, and it looks like he's going to go out of bounds at about the 50-yard line, possibly the 52. Tackle there by number 49, Phil Todd. Strike that. The ball's going to be at about the 46-yard line, and we'll have 1st and 10 now for the Eagles.
1st and 10 for Totino at their own 46.
And Totino, split back formation, man in motion. And we're going to have a hand up the middle.
That's a strong run by 33 Joe Starks, the fullback for Totino Grace.
22.
And right now the Centennial team's not really able to stop the Totino team. They keep on moving the ball up the field. Really overpowering the Centennial.
I think the defense just needs to get warmed up here, and they'll show us what they can do a little bit later.
And we're going to have a handoff to the outside to Joe Rapinski. And Rapinski goes down. There's a good stop. Gain of 0 on that play. And we'll have Wassock and Kriegler on the tackle.
Gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 5.
And here's a big 3rd down now for the Cougars if they can hold them here. Keep them out of scoring. 3rd and 5 now for the Eagles.
Coach Watson calls them the defense. Right?
Yeah, this defense for the Cougars has been kind of overpowered, lack of size. Younger team.
Looks like we got a blitz coming up the middle here.
And back to pass. There's a throw by Brank. Wide open is number 8. And it's going to be caught and dragged out of bounds. Sean Smith on that one with a big catch. Brank with a beautiful throw over the defense.
It's complete to Sean Smith.
Looked like the Cougars were playing run on that play. And let's take another look at that one.
As you can see, you got the blitz coming up the middle. And it looks like 49, Phil Todd, gets caught up in the action on the line and doesn't get back in time.
And it looks like we're going to have a face mask also on Phil Todd on that play. Number 49 for the Cougars. And it's going to help Grace get a little bit closer to the goal line. now pretty deep in the red zone is this Eagles team as they approach the line. Centennial's got to step up right now. Try and hold them at least to a field goal attempt. Hate to go down this early in the game. They're on homecoming.
Well, with Nats going 5 for 5 last week, even if the Cougars do stop them here, they have a good chance of getting 3 points.
And we're going to have a single back now, man in motion. And the ball goes to the man in motion, number 22, Joe Rupinski, and he's going to get down to about the 3-yard line, somewhere down there. It's a good running play.
Joe starts the ball carrier. Tackled by Wayne Graves.
And Wayne Graves on that tackle. And it's going to set up 2nd and 1 now for the Eagles, deep in Centennial territory.
Short gain brings up 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line.
And Totino stacks the backfield now. They got 3 people back there. Split I formation. And we're going to have an off flag on the play. Not quite sure who moved. Looks like there was a move possibly on the left side of Totino. And let's take another look at that offsides. Yeah, you can see the left possible tight end on that one. Jumped a little bit offsides. So we're going to have 2nd and goal now from the 6. As Totino gets backed up 5 yards. And you can hear these Cougar fans cheering, hoping that their defense comes up with a big stop here. And Totino's going to set it up again. This time they got a split back. Split end wide to the near side. Man in motion, and they're going to give it to him. And that looks like number 30, Dan. Strike that wrong team. We got a flag on the play. Would be touchdown. Ref puts his hands up.
Zach Groen carrying for the return touchdown, but there is a penalty on the play.
I think the penalty is going to come to the Cougars here.
Referee right on that play to throw the penalty flag. And let's take another look at that. And you can see Zach Groen coming across the field.
Face mask penalty against Centennial is
And
fine. And the touchdown is good.
looks like there's another face mask penalty. This time it was on Joe McDonald, number 10. Oh, number 18, strike that. Nick Parent on their face mask. But able to get the touchdown anyways are the Eagles, and they're up 6-0. And Joe Knapp with the extra point attempt.
Is good.
I think it's good.
And it's good. And with 8:38 left in the first quarter, scoring on their first drive are the Totino Grace Eagles. And they lead 7-0. Centennial on that last drive just not able to stop them. Had a few bad penalties against them in that big passing play. And so as it stands, homecoming here. And alongside Sean Parcell, I'm Joel Mansager calling the game for North Metro 15.
Look for the Cougar offense to come out striking hard here. Defense didn't stand up too well as they should have there, but I feel that the offense is going to come out strong, and Aaron Bradley leading the offense.
And set to receive now
Josh Massey
for the Cougars
Jason Werlinger back deep to receive.
are Jason Werlinger and Josh Massey. And it's a low kick, and that's going to be fielded right at about the 30-yard line by number 44, Dan Perrin.
And Dan Parent gets stopped.
Kickoff return by Dan Perrin.
And he was
Tackle on the play by Ted Pastore.
no return on that one. He pretty much just ran diagonal. Wasn't really expecting the ball. Expected a little bit deeper of a kick. These Totino Grace kickers usually do have big legs. Able to put the ball pretty deep. Not that time.
Their own 25.
And so, Cougars are going to have it 1st and 10 at their own 25. First drive of the game for the Centennial team.
Josh Massey and Dan McConnell in the backfield.
And Bradley set to take the snap. We got a split back I formation actually for the Cougars. This Cougars team is a big running team. See how they get the game going. And they're throwing right away. And here's the throw deep. Almost intercepted there. Looking for Ben Yonan on that one.
Pass intended for Ben
Not
Yonan,
able to get there.
incomplete.
And it looked like Dustin Peltier broke that one up.
Pass intended for Ben Yunin, the Egyptian magician.
Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10.
And let's take another look at that last play. Good fake handoff there. And the throw just a little bit too deep. And a great defensive play back there by number 11, Dustin Peltier for the Eagles.
Got a tight end and motion. Great.
And we got I formation again. This time the handoff's going to go to Massey. And Massey's going to get swallowed by that Totino Grace defense. So, not able to move the ball again. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Cougars. Still not able to move the ball.
Loss of 1 on the play makes it 3rd and 11.
Kind of, it would be a nice boost of morale if they could at least get a first down on this first drive. Being it is their homecoming, a lot of fans out here to see them win. Not able to. And we'll see what Coach Watson calls on this one. Bradley for the snap. I formation again. In motion is Yunan. Here's a quick throw to the outside, looking for Kriegler. Kriegler not able to hold on to that one.
Aaron Bradley's pass, intended for Jake Kriegler, is incomplete.
Aaron on both of his passes tonight, just a little bit too much arm.
And let's take another look at that.
That brings up 4th and 11.
21 to receive.
All right, Aaron coming back.
Frazier back
Quick pass, as you see, just a little bit too much arm, just like the first pass.
from Troy Thompson.
And Troy Thompson, number 83, in the punt for the Cougars as they go 3 and out. Took up less than a minute on that drive. Or lack thereof. And there's a short punt. Not able to return it are the Eagles. And it gets a little bit of a Centennial roll. And it's going to be down there by, looks like John Lutz for the Cougars. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Eagles. The defense for the Cougars has to step right up now and try and stop this Eagles team from getting another score.
One thing the Cougars need to do is not let the greatest Eagles score right now. They can't let them go back-to-back drives and score on both. That would be a big upset for the Cougars, and they need to come back and step up on this defensive play.
And single back now for the Eagles. And Brink with the handoff. And right up the middle, looks like number 33, Joe Starks with the ball. And finally brought down after a gain of about 17 yards.
Up by 10 and 19.
Brought down by Joe McDonald and Andy Wassel.
And he was tackled there by Joe McDonald and Andy Wassel for the Cougars. And that was a gain of a lot, we'll say. I didn't actually get the number on that. But a big gain there for the Eagles. And Centennial's got to step it up right now if they want to stay in this game. They'd hate to get behind really early. And we're going to have a split back formation. Man in motion. And the handoff's going to go right up the middle. Looks like he got a gain of about 1. Looks like Joe Starks had the ball again. And Starks gains about 1 or 2 on that one.
By Wayne Graves.
And Wayne Graves on the stop for the Cougars.
There's a
Flag on the play. And we got a
Illegal procedure against Totino.
illegal procedure against Totino, and that's going to bring him back 5 yards. Well, the Centennial team, this defense needs to step up right now if they want to stay in this game. Not able to so far.
The penalty makes it 1st and 15.
And we're going to have 1st and 15 now. From about their own 46, the Eagles. And back to pass is Brink. Brink with the completion on the near side. Look, that one went to number 8, Sean Smith.
A quick stick from Nick Parent to keep him back for only a couple yards.
Gain of about 7 on that play. Let's take another look at that.
Gain of about 7 on the play brings up 2nd and 8.
And there's Brink pass back to pass. Smith wide open in the near field. Great one-handed catch. Just keep the ball down, and he's going to get tackled there.
Parent comes up quick with a nice tackle.
Good open field tackle there by Parent. And it's going to be 2nd and about 8 right now for the Eagles. They're going to have a single back. They're going to have a wide receiver on each side. Blitz by Centennial goes right up the middle and able to get around it is Starks, and Starks gains about
Ball carried by Joe
3,
Starks.
4 yards on that play.
72 and 30.
Tackle on the play by Chris Van Holt.
And this is going to be a big third down now for the Cougars, as Totino's bringing the ball down their own side, down Centennial side of the field right now.
5 on the play. Makes it 3rd and 3.
And it's going to be 3rd and 3 now for the Eagles. We're going to have a split back formation. For the Eagles, man in motion, that's Starks in motion, comes to the outside, and we're going to have a pitch to the outside. Zach Rowan trying to get around to the outside and able to get the first down and gain a few extra yards until he's knocked out of bounds. And
Rowan on the carry.
Rowan with the carry.
Knocked out of bounds on the play by Phil Todd.
And it looked like Phil Todd on the tackle, and we're going to take another look at that.
Starks in motion.
Takes out the defense a little bit on that one.
Quick pitch to Groen. Groen gets around the outside. Picks up a big gain there for first down. Excuse me.
And Centennial not able to hold on 3rd down. And right now, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles on the 33-yard line. And there's the hand. Hand off. Goes to Groen, and Groen's got room to the outside, and finally he's going to be forced down before he can get out of bounds by the Cougars.
49 and 18.
And it looked like
Tackled by 49, Phil Todd.
Phil Todd was in on that
And
tackle
Nick
again.
Parent.
Phil Todd's all over the field now. Let's take another look at that.
Gain of 3.
And there's Groen moving to the outside nicely. A little bit of room, but stopped nicely there by Todd, who fills up a nice hole. Good open field tackle.
It's a good job of the linemen and the linebackers to make that play go outside.
And the Eagles are going to have it again. Brink take the snap. Split formation. Number 22, Joe Rapinski in motion. And there's a fake throw, and up the middle right now is Groen.
Groen, the ball carrier.
Brought down by 18.
Able to get a few yards on that one. And number 18 on the tackle there, Nick Parent.
Zach Groen coming up with 2 big runs for first downs. We got a replay.
That run was good for a first down.
A little counter. Groen going inside.
Totino ball.
And Parent with a nice tackle on that play.
14.
And we're going to have a single back. Starts in the backfield. Frank to take the snap. Man in motion. And
Blitz up the middle and
Down
good
goes
defensive
Rapinski,
play.
The ball carrier.
Good D play by 83, Troy Thompson.
Thompson with the big tackle on
Troy
Rapinski.
Thompson.
Graves coming up to help.
Wayne Graves.
And let's take
And
another
Wayne
look at that.
Graves.
Man in motion.
Watch Troy come up right off the end.
Loss of 1 brings up 2nd and 11.
And Graves coming from behind off the blitz.
Great stop there by Centennial.
Good play, good tackle.
And it's 2nd and 11 for the Eagles. Deep in Cougar territory with 3.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Totino Grace leads 7-0. Scored on their opening drive. And here's Brink back to pass. And he's going to be sacked. And we're going
Sacked and intercepted.
That one was intercepted. And bringing the ball down to about
I believe
the
it's
45-yard line.
I believe it's Phil Todd on the interception.
Todd, as I mentioned before, has been all over the field today. And there was a flag on the play. It looked like Brink was just trying to get rid of the ball because he was going down pretty hard. There's about 3 or 4 Cougars on him. And let's take a look and just see exactly what did happen. And there's Brink taking the snap. Fake handoff, looking to pass.
We got a holding on the Eagles, I believe.
Holding.
That's going to be the
holding against Totino Grace. Declined by Centennial. And the Cougars take over, 1st and 10.
And that should get this crowd going.
Now the Cougar offense, this is the time where they have to come on. They got to step up and score here to get these guys back into the game. Defense did a good job of getting the ball back for them. We got to see what the offense can do.
Totino Grace would have easily gotten on the board, being that far down in Cougar territory, but not able to with a big interception there by Phil Todd. He was able to return the ball to about the 41-yard line. And Bradley's going to take the snap. We got an I formation now. Man in motion is Kriegler coming to the near side. And there's the pitch to Massey. Massey tries to cut it back in the middle, nowhere to go. And he's going to go down pretty hard on that one.
With the carry.
Brought down by 55.
Stopped by Tyler Pinks.
And
After a gain of 1, making it 2nd and 9.
Tyler Pinks on that tackle. And it's going to be 2nd and 9 after Massey gains 1 yard. Cougars line up. And we're going to have two in the backfield again, I formation. Bradley to take the snap.
A short motion by Union.
Union looking for the pass.
Quick pass to Troy Thompson for a first down.
Big catch.
Putting a big
Bradley's pass.
It's going to be close to the first down.
For a first down.
31 and 8.
Stopped on the play by Ted Pastore.
And let's take another look at that.
Troy at tight end.
Union with a good fake, looking to throw to Union. He goes right.
Yoni draws the safety in the corner. Troy wide open off the end for a
Brings
first
the
down.
ball up to about the 49-yard line. And that's going to be a big first down for the Cougars. It's going to be their first of the game. And with 2 minutes left to go in this first quarter, they're looking to score. And Bradley with the handoff goes
We got
to
a
Massey.
counter from Massey.
Massey
Massey finds a
got some room to
hole.
run.
Stays
Still on his
feet.
feet. Almost jumps the defender on that last one.
By Josh Massey.
Looked like he was hit there by number
Stopped by Dan Frazier.
21, Dan Frazier, but big play by Pat Massey to get another Centennial first down.
Gain of a 15, good for a first down.
Let's take another look at that.
Watch the counter by Massey. Massey finds a hole and hits it hard.
Good hesitation there by Massey.
Good job of staying on his feet. Breaks that tackle.
And
Gets
goes
a
down
hop. Gets a hop for first down.
pretty hard, and it's going to be Centennial first down at the Eagle 34-yard line. Bradley to take the snap, and he's going to give the quick handoff up the middle. And a lot of room to run right there. Dan McDonald, big gain on that play. McDonald able to break the defense. It looks like the defense was trying to get Massey on that one. It was a good fake. Let's take another look at that.
Dan McDonald, 186 pound, come through there fast.
And it's first and 10.
Stays on his feet here for as many yards as he can get.
McDonald last week against Buffalo had 9 carries for 82 yards. He's been able to break some big gains. I mean, he averaged 9.1 last week.
Not a real big guy, but very strong.
And they're going to go to McDonald again. And he's got nowhere to go this time as he gets
McDonald with
absorbed by the Eagle defensive line.
Stopped by John Undry. After a short gain, makes it 2nd and 9.
So this should really be getting the offense going. This should be pumping up the Centennial Cougars as they're moving down the field quite quickly here.
And there's about 40 seconds to go in this first quarter. I should have time for at least one more play before we switch sides of the field. Pretty fast-moving first quarter. This is only the second time Centennial's had the ball. Eagles have only had the ball 2 times also. Ball's been on the ground for most of the game. And Bradley's going to take the snap. And he's going to fake it to Massey. He's back in the pocket. And here comes, and Bradley's going to fumble it as he's being attacked and not able to pick up the ball are the Eagles.
I think they were trying to go for a screen left.
And that's going
Broken
to be
up
a
somehow. Let's take,
big sack there by John Andre.
I think we're going to take a look at it here.
And you
Here
can
we
see,
go, the fake handoff.
and you can see that he
That's
just
the end of the first quarter with the score.
not biting at all.
Grace 7,
Was the Totino Grace team.
Centennial 0.
And while we have a little time in between quarters, we're going to we have a few minutes before Centennial's going to start up with the ball again, and we have a special guest in the press box, Mr. Showtime himself, Kyle Herr, who was the question of the week last night on Locker Room Live. And rumor has it he was also the one that answered the question, being the first caller. And what do you think of the game so far, Kyle?
I just got here, sorry. Looks like we're losing, though. That's too bad.
Not much for words, is Kyle Herr. And Kyle Herr was the answer to the question last night as of who led the Cougars in scoring for the last 2 years. Pretty proud of himself as Kyle Herr right now. And we're going to have Centennial 3rd and 20 after that big sack. They're going to be lining up on the 30-yard line.
Kyle Herr is leaving the press box.
And back is Bradley. Bradley's going to fake it to Massey. Massey's the big block, and he's going to throw it.
Completed pass.
actually, they're going to call it incomplete. Kriegler didn't have the ball before it hit the ground.
Bad call, bad call.
Intended for Jake Kriegler is incomplete.
Looks like a bad call by the official on that one.
That brings up fourth down.
We'll take another look at it, though, see if I'm wrong. If not, I'll be official. An apology. Bradley comes to the near side. He's going to throw it. And I guess it did look like the ball hit the ground on that one for Kriegler. So it's going to be 4th and 20 after that big sack.
21 drive for Totino.
And punting now for the Cougars is
From Troy Thompson.
Troy Thompson for the Cougars. Try and get it as close to the goal line as possible without getting it in the end zone, and they're going to let it go into the end zone, and that's going to take a Eagle bounce, and it's going to be 1st and 20 now
That's a touchback.
for
and
the Eagles
Take over 1st and 10 from their own 20.
on their own 20-yard line.
Well, the Cougars marched down the field pretty well there, then slowed up on the goal line. We need the defense to come out and get it back for the offense.
Big stop there by the Eagles on that defensive play, that big sack. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now on the 20. We're going to have a whistle for something. I'm not sure exactly what. Everything's going to get reset, and
Whatever that means.
looks like one of the officials lost his shoe is what the problem is. So we're going to have 1st and 10 now. And it's going to be Mike Brank back. We're going to have a split formation in the backfield.
Thrown in motion.
And it's going to go to
We've got a fumble in the backfield.
Starks fumbles the ball after the handoff, but he's able to recover it.
By 22.
Recovered by Joe Rapinski.
Actually, that
Loss
wasn't
of
Starks, that
about
was Rapinski on that play. Loss of about 5 yards on that play.
But
Let's take
that
another look
results
at
in
it.
a 5-yard loss, making it 2nd and 15.
We just had a miscue with the quarterback and the running back there. Stark's quick to come back and recover the ball.
And we're going to have 2nd and 15 now for the Eagles on their own 15-yard line.
Yeah.
And we're going to have one back, Starks, in the backfield. As Brank back. He's going to hand it to Starks. Starks with a little bit of a hole up the middle. He's going to gain about 5 on that play.
Joe starts the ball carrier.
Back to the
Gets
original
him.
line of scrimmage.
Original line of scrimmage now for the Eagles.
Stopped by Phil Todd.
Well, starting that after that interception, this Eagles team's kind of been stepping, or Centennial team's been stepping it up on the defensive side.
I think that really got them
Gain
going.
of 5. Makes it 3rd
I think
and
they really got
10.
the Cougars going, and I think they're really wanting this game now. They finally got hungry. Like I said, the defense needed to warm up a little bit.
Big 3rd down play here for the Cougars. 3rd and 10 for the Eagles. Starks in the backfield again. Brank takes a snap. Probably going to be looking to throw on this play. And he is. And it's going to go to Stark, who's not able to get over one defender. It's going to be brought down a few yards short, probably 5 yards short of the first time, so it's going to be 4th down again.
Brought down by 34.
Stopped on the play by Wayne Graves.
Graves is a big tackle, able to hold on to his leg. Let's take another look at that.
And 5.
The punt team on for the Eagles.
81 and 49.
And there's a fake
Back to
handoff
receive
to
the punt
Starks.
for Centennial. Phil
Good little
Todd.
draw play.
And
A lot of
Jake
pressure from the
Kriegler.
backside from Dan McDonald.
And the Cougars able to hold the Eagles to a 3-0, and they're going to have to punt. A couple players back for the Cougars to receive. It's going to go to Phil Todd, number 49. Able to get around one defender, not much on
Phil
that
Todd
play.
on the return.
Todd
And
1
it's
to 2. Todd 1 to 2 yards on the return.
It's going to be 1st and 10 now on about the 48-yard line of the Cougars. And there's 9:43 left in the 2nd quarter at the Centennial homecoming game.
Cougars take possession, 1st and 10 at their own 47.
And the Totino Grace Eagles lead 7-0. And Bradley back to take the snap. Split formation, actually I formation in the backfield. And the pitch is going to go to Massey. Massey to the far side, trying to get around the Eagles, not able to, and he's hit hard.
Massey
22.
Ball carried by Josh Massey.
Brought down by 47.
Massey hit
trying
hard
to get
on
around
that.
the outside.
Pastor.
I'm still in awe. He looked like he got hit pretty hard there.
Tim Pastor's the big hit on that.
Loss of 1 on the play.
I think Massey needs to run a little bit lower, putting his shoulder into some guys.
And let's take another look at that. You can see Massey trying to get to the outside, not able to. I think he's going to be hit pretty hard there by pass throwers for the Eagles. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 11 after the loss of 1. And Bradley for the snap. I formation again. McDonald and Massey in the backfield.
Well, pass.
And this time, Krigler with the catch, and that's going to be about 2.5 yards shy of the first down.
Bradley's pass is complete to Jake Krigler.
To about the 45-yard line of the Eagles.
Stopped by Dustin Peltier.
Big catch by Krigler. Let's take another look at that.
After
With formation in the back,
yards,
adds a few blockers
makes
for
it
Bradley.
3rd down and 3.
And Krigler just comes off the line.
Massey has a huge block there. Makes that pass happen.
Last weekend, Krigler had 2 catches for 18 yards against Buffalo. He's tied that mark already tonight in still the first half. And the handoff's going to go to Massey up the middle, able to get by his defender, and he's going to be brought down very hard
Massey, the ball
at about the 40-yard line, but enough to get the first down for Centennial.
Massey good at breaking some tackles right on the line.
Let's take another look at that.
Watch him come to the line and break some tackles, getting up to where he needs to get to for the first down.
Great job by this Cougar line to make a big hole for Massey to get through.
10, Cougars at the Totino Grace 40.
And the ball's going to be at the 40-yard line of the Eagles. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cougars, and Bradley back for the snap. And he's looking to throw again. Has Yunan able to break 1 tackle, not able to break another one.
Bradley's pass is complete to Ben Yunan.
32.
Pass
Stopped
good
on the
for about
play
5 yards.
by John Andre. And
And number
Andre.
32, Andre, on that tackle. Let's take another look at that play.
Gain of 6 on the play. Makes it 2nd and 4.
Quick 3-step drop there by Bradley. Able to find Yunan.
Close enough for you? Not yet.
Cougar ball carriers are doing a great job of breaking tackles tonight.
High formation again for the Cougars. Yunan in motion. Bradley, this time handoff goes to McDonald. He's got a little bit of room, and he's hit pretty hard.
30.
And is
Dan
not able to break the
McDonald,
tackle. He's going to gain about
11.
Stopped by Dustin Peltier.
enough for the first down. On that one, looked like he gained about 4 yards on that one.
Gain on the play. Makes it
We'll give
first
him
down.
5 yards, and it's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Cougars, and we're moving deep into Eagle territory. Let's take another look at that. A great job again by this Cougar line. Big
He
hole up the middle.
He gets stood up, but keeps on his feet and gets forward for the first down.
And back is Bradley. The handoff goes to Massey. Massey nowhere to go on that one as he's just enveloped by this Eagle defense. Not biting on anything.
Stopped by Matt Smooth.
The Cougar line not able to stop him on that play.
And James Andre. Loss
Possible
of
blitz
3.
on that play. I believe there was a blitz on that play
Brings
by
up
the Eagles.
2nd and 13.
Is that a couple weeks?
And there's a loss of 3 on that one for Massey. And 2 wideouts now. Werlinger and Kriegler for the Cougars. McDonald.
Got a blitz from the Eagles.
And there's the throw it. Looking for Thompson over the middle, not able to get there.
Bradley's pass intended for Troy Thompson is incomplete.
Off the hands of Thompson. So we're going to have 3rd down and 12
Dan
now.
Frazier on the coverage.
We got a blitz coming on from the Eagles here. We'll see it on the replay. Bradley forced to make a quick pass to Thompson.
Almost stopped on the line on that ball by these big Totino Grace players. I don't know. They outsized this Cougar team by a few inches, quite a few pounds. Although this offensive line for the Cougars has been doing a great job of holding them so far. And it's Massey in motion this time to the near side. McDonald in the backfield. Picks up the defender nicely. Does McDonald. And there's the throw over the middle looking for Thompson.
33.
Not able to get there.
Bradley's pass intended for Troy Thompson is incomplete.
And we're going to have 4th down and 12. Looks like we're going to have another possible punting situation. And let's take another look at that. And there's Bradley back to pass. Looking for Thompson over the middle. Thompson was open. Bradley just couldn't get it there to him. So now
Cougars going for it on 4th down.
4th and 12 for the Cougars, and they're decided to go for it. Don't know what kind of strategies
Van Unen in
involved
motion.
here. Unen is in motion. Here's the back to pass, and he's going to be sacked. Losing about 8 yards on that play was Bradley. No one to pass
Bradley
to.
sacked on the play.
Massey and McDonald losing their block. 55 coming in on the tackle or sack.
Really no passing time there.
Takes over on
No,
down.
Bradley, let's take another look at that and just see exactly what happened with the line on that one. And there's Bradley back.
The line does a great job. Running backs missed their block.
Only 4 rushers on that one for Totino, and looked like there really wasn't an offensive line there for the Cougars. And it's going to be Totino Grace ball now, 1st and 10. And there's going to be a handoff up the middle.
Joe
Looks
Starks,
like
the ball
Starks with
carrier.
the ball. He's going to gain about 8 yards on that play.
Tripped up by Troy
Strike there, he's going
Thompson.
to gain about 5 or 6 yards on that play.
Gain of 5 on the play makes it 2nd and 5.
So we're going to have 2nd and 5 with 5.5 minutes left here in the second quarter.
Defense once again on the field for the Cougars. See if they can step up again and get the ball back for the offense.
And the Cougars right now trail 7-0. They've had a few good scoring opportunities, just not able to capitalize once they get deep into the zone. And here's the play to the far side. Able to get the first down on that one was, I
Zach Rowe,
believe,
the ball carrier.
Grown on that one.
Stopped by Chris Pashut. After a gain of 7 or 8, makes it 1st down.
And that's going to be a first down for the Eagles. Well, the Centennial team last week against Buffalo did give up a lot of rushing yards. They gave up about 230 rushing yards to Buffalo last week. Passing defense was very good. As you can see, they haven't really given up any big passes aside from that touchdown. Here's the play. Looks like Starks up the middle. He's going to gain about 8 on that play.
Stopped by Wayne Graves and Chris Pashut.
Starks again, a beef back. Up the middle, play after play.
After a gain of 6,
Averaging
makes it
probably right
2nd
around
and
6,
4.
7 yards right now.
And we're going to have 2nd and 4 now for the Eagles. Yeah, as you mentioned, Starks is a pretty big back. He's 5'10", 200 pounds. Runs very low to the ground, hard to bring down once he gets going. Smaller version of Jerome Bettis. And there's the play up the middle. Good stop by the Cougars defense.
Joe Starks with the ball. Wayne Graves on the stop, along with other Centennial tacklers.
And able to hold them on 2nd down were the Cougars. Now we're going to have 3rd and 1 after a gain of about 4 on that last play. So it's 3rd and 1 now for the
Short
Eagles.
gain brings up 3rd and a long 1.
Wayne Graves taking the call for the defense. Looks like he's trying to pump up his boys there.
Ball on about the 36-yard line of the Cougars, trying to need a big stop here. With this stop here, they have enough time to possibly set up a scoring drive. Instead, the ball goes to Starks on that one, who able to get the first down. Gain of about 7 on that one.
We got a flag on the play.
There is a flag on the play, however.
We got
Centennial player slow to get up on this one. Not quite sure what the flag was. We'll wait for the call. Let's take another look at it.
Holding against Totino Grace.
And it's going to be a holding call, and let's see if we can find it. And there's Starks up the middle. Holding towards the end there. I can see who was holding right there. Looked like number 53, Brock Norman, on the hold. And we've got a Cougar player down right now. I can't tell exactly who it is. Let's hope he's okay. So with 3.5 minutes left in the second quarter of this Centennial homecoming.
Wayne Graves is down.
Officials timeout increase.
Wayne Graves, a key player to this defense. Starting linebacker since his sophomore year.
Well, we've got a few minutes. Let's talk about the standings in the North Suburban Conference. Totino Grace is on top right now. They're 5-0. Yet to lose. Let's hope they lose here tonight for this homecoming game. And Cambridge Isanti right now is in second place. They're 4-0 conference, 4-1 overall. They lost to some team in Wisconsin. I don't remember who, but right now there's a big game between the second and third place. Cambridge West Ante and Spring Lake Park, who I mentioned, or yet to mention, is in third place. Big game between those two teams tonight at Cambridge. Big postseason implications.
Well, Wayne Graves is up and off the field. Looks like he walked off under his own power, so he should be okay, and we should see him later in the game.
So if he can make it back for the second half. And it's going to be 3rd and 5 after the holding penalty. Back to pass is Brank, wide open with a big hit. Was Phil Thompson on that one. John Mazenga got railed on that last hit.
But it's still good enough for a first down. Watch Phil Todd from the safety position. A quick pass. Phil Todd comes up with a big hit here. Stays low.
You can see Mazenga earns that first down.
First and 10, Totino.
Big hit by Phil Todd. Mazenga should feel that one in the morning. Cold weather always makes hits hurt a little bit more. And play is going to continue. 1st and 10 now for the Eagles. Fake handoff. Actually, it was a handoff. And Starks is going to get railed now by this Cougar defense. Phil Todd on the tackle again. Take another look at that. Phil Todd's doing a great job on defense today. And there's the play.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
Starks tackled by Todd amongst several other Cougars on that play. Pushed back and knocked down very hard. And we're going to have 2nd and 10 now after the no gain. Brink with the fake pass goes to Groen. Groen up the middle with a lot of running room. Able to get around a few defenders. He's still on his feet and finally is going to be brought down.
We'll have a first down for the Eagles.
Couldn't see who brought him down. Looks like Phil Todd was on the tackle again. Phil Todd doing a great job for the Centennial defense. He's been stepping up big time. That interception, that big hit on Mazenga a few minutes ago. Seems to be all over the field.
Just outside the Centennial 10-yard line.
And enough for a first down for the Eagles. And we're going to have one back. Man in motion, and it's going to be a handoff right up the middle. Looks like it starts with the carry. Starks brought down after a gain of about 3 yards, 4 yards on that carry.
Stopped by Wayne Graves.
Graves back in the game.
After a gain of 5. Makes it 2nd and 5.
And gain of 5 on that play
Ball on the Cougars
by Groen, and we're going to have 2nd and 5 with about a minute and a half left in the second quarter as Totino looks to get on the board again, already leading 7-0. Now we got a single back, which is Starks. And the handoff's going to go to Groen up the middle, and it looks like he's going to get in for the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown.
Groen with a 6-yard run for the touchdown.
Groen with a nice run, cuts right through the Centennial defense. Not really able to stop him. Let's take another look at that.
Groen comes in motion. Takes the ball up the middle, finds a hole.
And this goes right around a few.
Eludes many of the Cougar tacklers.
Goes right around a few of the defenders, and we're going to have another touchdown. So as it stands, it's 13-0. Eagles as we're about to go into halftime. And set for the extra point. High snap, able to keep it down, and the kick is up, and it looks good.
The kick by Joe Hanath is good. And the score
And the Eagles are going to go up
14.
14-0
0.
against the Centennial team. And we have about a minute and 10 seconds left in the first half. What can we look for in this drive for the Cougars? Cougars have about a minute and 10 left to do something with the ball. You think they're going to do anything with it?
I feel that they'll be coming out past and trying to get in the end zone.
And Jason Whirlinger back in.
Whirlinger and Massey back to receive.
From Joe Hanath.
If I know Digger, I think Digger will try and score here before they go into halftime.
Last time Hanath kicked the ball, it was a really short kick. See if he can change it up here. And Hanath with the kick. And this one's going to go deep. Undecided, they're just going to let it go between Whirlinger and Massey, and we're going to have a touchback
The ball goes into the end zone for a touchback. And it'll be 1st and 10, Centennial at their own 20.
And it's going to be Cougar ball, 1st down and 10 on their own 20-yard line. See if the Cougars are going to do anything with 1:10 left. Try and get on the board before the halftime. And Krigler split out on the far side. Unan comes to the near side, step back. I formation, Massey and McDonald in the backfield. Unan goes in motion. Bradley for the snap. Bradley back, pitch.
Craven.
Actually, that's Craven, not Massey in the backfield.
Craven comes in the game for Massey here.
Going to give Massey a little bit of a break at the end of this first half. Pitch goes to Craven. And we're under a minute in the first half.
Gain of 6 on the play makes it 2nd and 4.
Craven gains 6 on that play. And we're going to have 2nd and 4 now for the Cougars. And I formation again. Bradley for the snap. And it's going to go. Ooh, there's a fumble on the play. And on it, it looks, Totino claims that they have the ball. We can't tell, though. It appears as though Totino did come up with the ball, and the refs agree. It's going to be 1st down Totino on about the 20-yard line of the Cougars, so they have time to get on the board again with 20 seconds left. At least throw it to the end zone or try a field goal. I don't think they've used any of their timeouts yet. Just sloppy ball handling there by the Cougars. Craven just not able to hold on to that one. So let's hope this Centennial team can hold. 1st down and 10 from about the 20-yard line.
Timeout, Totino.
Totino takes a timeout. Looks like they're going to try and set something up.
Let's review the first quarter, or the first half a little bit here. Cougar defense doing a great job at the beginning, or not at the beginning, as they warmed up a little bit. Well, Cougars also...
They had a few big stops. The interception by Todd. And a few big stops by the Cougar defense, able to hold. But this offense never really able to get going. Whenever they do start to move the ball down the field, they'd get somewhere around the 30-yard line, and their offense would just stop. They had a great chance one time down the field, but they lost about 10 or 20 yards on a big sack on Bradley when he was looking to pass, of which the Eagles read beautifully, not biting any of the fakes. So this Cougars team, they've had their opportunities this first half. They just haven't been able to get on the board. So with about 20 seconds left in the first half, and the Eagles up 14-0, this defense is going to try and hold. Already down 2 touchdowns. Hate to go down any more at halftime. And we're going to have a single back, which is starts, and back to pass. Throw to the sideline. There's a beautiful catch, and it looks like it's going to be a touchdown on that play. Frank with a beautiful throw there, hitting number 8, Sean Smith. Another big play for Sean Smith. That was a beautiful throw to the sideline for the Eagles, and they go up 20-0 on a big turnover. And at halftime, up in Cambridge, as I mentioned before, there's a big game between the two teams, Cambridge and Spring Lake Park, 2nd and 3rd in the North Suburban Conference. At halftime, Cambridge leads Spring Lake Park 3-0. We'll try and keep you updated on that. And back for the extra point.
It's pretty, but it works. You know.
And extra point is good.
The kick is good, and the score is Totino Grace 21.
And with 14.8 seconds left in the first half, the Eagles go up 21-0.
I'm too old for this. I should be retired.
Cougars defense just not able to hold. One quick passing play to the far side of the end zone, and resulted in another touchdown. So, with 14.8 seconds left, I'm a little bit curious to see what Centennial plans to do with the ball. See if they'll just down it, and
I think I was wrong last time, so
see if they just down it and hope for something to happen good for them in the second half. I can't imagine them going for another passing play, or a big passing play. could result in a turnover, and being down this much already in the first half. And here's the kickoff, and that one's going to go deep. It looks like Massey's going to come up with the ball. Massey's going to go back into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback, and it's going to be first down and 10 for the Cougars on the 20-yard line.
And that's a touchback. And Centennial will take possession, first and 10 at their own
And the
20.
Cougars come onto the field. .8 seconds left to go, as I just mentioned. And Kriegler goes to the far side of the field. Could be a throwing play. Bradley for the snap. Massey in the backfield, and he's just going to down it. Maybe. He went down pretty hard on that down while trying to down it.
Bradley keeps the ball.
Bradley bobbles a snap.
That's the end of the first half.
That'll bring us to the end of the first half.
Cougars just let the clock run out. So in the first half, filled with a lot of Totino Grace offense and not much by the Centennial team. The Cougars are going to trail at halftime at their own homecoming, 21-0. So let's hope that they can come out in the second half and try and get something going. It looks like we'll look for them to receive the ball. We'll look for them to receive the ball at the start of the second half. So stay with us, and right now we're going to send it to Kenton Kipp, and he's got a little highlight reel from homecoming here.
Yep, it's that time of year again. No, it's not tax season. It's homecoming time. Totino, Centennial Grace, the big game. We're here at the Pep Fest and the parade. Take a look.
We should end the year in the middle of the conference and have high expectations in our section. I'd just like to thank the drum line, the band, the dance team. You lost that love and fear, but now it's gone, gone, gone. Whoa, whoa, keep up the good work. She'd also like to thank Erica for spare time. She volunteers at church as a Sunday school. Jamie is back from the girls' soccer team and the girls' track team. Well, that's it for the homecoming pregame festivities. Now it's game time.
Hello and welcome back to the second half of this Centennial homecoming game versus the Totino Grace Eagles. And the start of the second half, the Eagles lead 21-0. And they're kicking off right now. And the Cougars receive the ball. Nice move to the outside. A little bit of room on the sidelines. He's got a lot of room. And finally tackled right there. Number 80, Jason Werlinger. Big gain on the play. Gets the ball to about midfield. And that's a good way to get the second half going. Really not much to talk about for Centennial in the first half. They had their scoring opportunities, but every time they got around the 30-yard line of the Eagles, the offense would stall and they'd have to end up punting. So, good start to the second half, and it's going to be 1st and 10 right now for the Cougars at their own 49-yard line after a big kickoff return by Werlinger. And Bradley for the snap, split back. Looks like Massey and McDonald in the backfield. And the handoff goes to McDonald. McDonald, nowhere to go. Has about 15 Eagle defensive men on him right now. And nowhere to go for him, so he's going to gain about 0 on that play. If not, lose a yard. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Cougars. And Bradley approaches the line. We're going to have an I formation in the backfield again. It's going to be Massey and McDonald. Split to the near side. Looks like number 81, Kriegler. Strike that, yeah. And throw is to Kriegler. And Kriegler catches it, not able to be brought down immediately. Gains about 5 on the play. And we're going to have 2nd and 5 or 6 right now. And looks like Sean Smith on that one made the big save. And let's take another look at that. Flag on the play also. Don't know what's going on. We're going to have a personal foul against the Eagles. That should be enough for a 1st down. Let's take a look at the play here. And Bradley back to pass and just immediately goes right to Kriegler, who's wide open. And right there. That's the late hit right there. You can see him diving into Kriegler well after he's down. And that's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and it's going to be 1st down now for the Cougars. One way to move the chains. And so it's going to be 1st down and 10 from about the 32-yard line of the Eagles. Bradley back, split back formation. McDonald. And Massey in the backfield. And the handoff's going to go to Massey up the middle. He's got a little bit of a hole. Scrounges about 4 yards on the play. And there's a great way of moving the ball. Great start to the second half for this Cougars team. Able to get the ball into Eagles territory almost immediately. Great kickoff return is what set this one up. So we're going to have 2nd down and 7 now after a gain of 3 by Massey. And going to the far side of the field, Werlinger and Kriegler lined up together as the wideouts, and we're going to have a split back formation. Again, McDonald and Massey in the backfield. Bradley to take the snap. And it's going to go to McDonald, and he's going to get taken down by about 4 Eagle defensive players right there.
40 and 64.
Not really able to go anywhere. And it looked like for the Eagles, Liddicky and Hera with the tackles. And Yunan's going to come into the game right now. And he's going to go to the near side. Kriegler split to the top of your screen. And we're going to have an I formation. And possible blitz here by the Eagles. Stunting blitz, and here they do come with the blitz, and quick throw is Bradley, and not able to be caught was Yunan, now able to catch that ball. Quick throw, he didn't have any time on that last play. So, and let's take another look at that. You can see the blitz coming by this Eagles defense. They come right in on him, and he has about 3 seconds to make that pass, and it's just not able to be caught by Yunan. So it's going to be 2nd down and 4th and 5, actually. I don't know what game I'm watching, but it's going to be 4th and 5 for the Cougars, and they're going to go for it. Working their way into the territory of the Eagles. Bradley back to pass. And Yunan not tall enough to catch that one. A little bit overthrown by Yunan. And we're going to have another turnover by the Cougars. Still not really able to get anything going. So it's going to be first down and 10 now for the Eagles. It looked as though the Cougars had momentum on that drive, moving the ball down the field very quickly, but again, as soon as they get around that 30-yard line, they turn it over. And it's going to be Frank for the Eagles. Hands it off right away. Looks like Stark has it.
Joe Stark with the ball.
Stark's not able to go anywhere on that one.
Tackled by Dan McDonald.
So,
And
Troy Thompson in on that tackle.
makes it 2nd and 9.
And we're going to have 2nd and 9 for the Eagles. With about 8.5 minutes left in this third quarter. Centennial still trailing 21-0. Not able to capitalize on that first drive. And, ooh, we're going to have a little bit of encroachment right now by the Cougars. Looked like that was number... Couldn't see exactly who that was. Possibly number 34 out there, Wayne Graves, who we saw go down in the first half. Looks like he's back from that injury. Seems to be running very nicely.
5-yard penalty.
I believe that was Wayne Graves, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty, so it's going to be 2nd and 4 now.
2nd and 3.
2nd and 4 now for the Eagles. And they got a split back formation. Man in motion is number 22, Grown. Actually, Rapinski, number 22, and there's a fake throw. Little draw play.
Rolling with the ball.
Grown not able to gain anything on that last play.
Stopped on the play by Josh Landrex.
And we're going to have an official's timeout right now. Not sure exactly why, but it's going to be short of the first down. Actually, they're going to measure this one. It's going to be close. It'll be a big third down play if they didn't make it, but they did, so it's going to be 1st and 10 now.
First down for Totino.
For the Eagles at their own, looks like about 38-yard line. And another first down for the Eagles. Right now they're showing why they are undefeated this year, giving Centennial really nothing to work with. Their offense is just running into the Centennial defense. The only highlight from the Centennial defense so far has been number 49, Phil Todd, who's made a few great big tackles and also came up with a big interception when the Eagles are driving deep into their own territory. And here's the hand up right up the middle. Looks like Starks goes right through the Centennial defense. Good fake there by Brink.
81 and 49.
Brink faked out everybody on that last play, and he's going to gain about 13 or 14 yards on that play.
After a gain of
And let's take another look at that. I didn't actually see what happened. I was faked out. Great no look, and cameraman too was faked out on that one as we cannot see the ball. And good tackle there by Phil Todd, number 49, and on that tackle. As I mentioned before, he's been all over the field today. Still doing a great job out there. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now from about the 49-yard line. And Stark's going to take the ball up the middle again. He's got nowhere to go. Gains about 2 on that play.
and Dan McDonald on the stop.
And Dan McDonald and Wayne Graves on that tackle. McDonald playing both sides of the ball.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
And we're going to have 2nd down and 8 for the Eagles. And now's the time that Centennial's going to want to think about stopping this Eagles offense if they want to stay in this game. And I'd like to welcome back Sean Parcells.
How's it going?
For the second half. Slightly underway, and there's a pass over the middle. There's a catch. They're going to call that a catch, and Centennial ends up with the ball. That was a huge hit. I couldn't see who put that hit on, but right now it looks like it's number 20. Looks like that was Josh Munch, number 20, that came up with the ball. Huge play there by the senior. Let's take another look at that hit, followed by the interception. Munch just happened to be in the right place at the right time on that one. And there's the throw. I believe that was Phil Todd on the hit, and Munch just happened to be right there to pick up the ball. Officials ruling that a catch. And Munch doing a great job with the ball, moving the ball up to about midfield. So another big defensive play for the Cougars. And we're going to have 1st and 10 on for the Cougars from their own 47, 48-yard line. Back to passes Bradley. Looks upfield for Unan. Another one's going to be almost intercepted.
Bradley's pass
Sean
intended
Smith
for
right
Uman
there
is
on that
broken
play
up
for the
incomplete.
Eagles. Hit him actually right between the numbers.
Broken up by Sean Smith.
I believe anybody
That
could have
makes
caught
it
that
second
pass.
and 10.
That was right there. That was pretty much giving him the play. Let's take another look at that.
Bradley drops back, a good fake, but throws to a very well covered Ben Unan.
Would have been a great pass if Sean Smith was on this team. He's not. So we're going to have 2nd and 10 now. After the incomplete pass, handoff goes to McDonald up the middle. Nowhere to go.
Dan
As he
McDonald
is
on the
engulfed by this Eagles defensive line. They've got a lot of size, this defensive line of the Eagles.
Stop by James Andre and Ted Pastores.
Cougars will have third
Gain of 1
12.
makes it 3rd
No,
and
third
9.
9 coming up.
Big
Thought the
third
ball
play,
was
big
played
third
from-
down play here. Last time, I don't know if you saw, they went on 4th and 5, not able to get it, not able to get anything on 4th down yet this game.
No, I didn't see it. I was not here.
Well, they went for it on 4th and 5, not able to get it. Let's see if they can make something happen on this 3rd down so they're not forced into that 4th down situation again. Bradley back to pass. He's got a lot of time. Great time by the line. He's looking for Kriegler, and that one would have been intercepted, except Smith
Bradley's pass intended
tried
for
to grab
Jake
it,
Krieger is incomplete.
Well, in the first half,
Actually
we had
missed it.
Bradley
Broken up on the play
having
by
too much
Dan
on the ball.
Frazier.
Now we have Bradley not having enough.
Frazier
That makes it 4th and 9.
on the deflection
for
that
the
play. He
Cougars.
would have had it. And there's a throw by Bradley. And
21 and 11 back for Totino.
Number 21, Dan Frazier.
not able to get it. Centennial's not going to go for it for the first time on 4th down today.
From Troy Thompson.
And Troy Thompson's going to be punting. Big rush here. Not able to get it away immediately, and finally able to kick it is Thompson. And that one's going to go to number 11 on the Eagles.
Punt returned by Dustin Peltier.
Dustin Peltier. Really no gain on that one. Great job by Thompson on that one to recover after the fumbled snap. But as it stands, Centennial's able to get the ball away, and it's going to be 1st and 10 now from about the 25-yard line for the Eagles.
26.
Defense has been stepping up, or so far the second half, this defense has been doing a great job, as you saw last time. A big hit by Phil Todd, turnover. And here's a handoff to Sparks. Sparks up the middle. And he's going to be
Stop for a short gain.
he is going to be just swallowed up by that defensive line of the Cougars, and he really has nowhere to go.
Stop by 19 and a whole bunch of them.
So,
Stop by Andy
so we're going to
Wassel.
actually credit that tackle to Centennial. Not actually going to single out any players. There's too many in on that tackle.
Gain of 4 on the
But
play. Makes it 2nd and 6.
able to gain 4 was Sparks. So we're going to have 2nd down and 6 now for the Eagles. Branks gets the offense set up. We got a split back formation. Looks like Rowan and Starks in the backfield. And the handoff goes to Starks. Fake handoff, and you got a wide open Rowan to the far side, and he's gained about 15 yards on that play, and he's has enough for the first down.
Joe
And,
Rapinski.
By 39.
and
Brought down the play by
Phil Todd on that tackle again. He seems to be all over there for
That
that Centennial
reception is
defense.
good for a first down.
Joe Rapinski on the reception for a first down.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Eagles.
We have a dancer from the Cougars in here would like to say hi.
Totino at their own 43.
Hi.
A lot of school spirit here tonight, being homecoming. And right now there's about 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in this 3rd quarter, and the Cougars still trail 21-0. And Brank with the handoff to Starks. He's got nowhere. Actually, avoids one tackle, goes over a few tackles actually, and finally he's
Joe
going to be brought
Starks on
down.
the carry.
10 and 19.
Stopped by Joe McDonald.
It looks like Joe McDonald was in on that
Andy
tackle,
Wassel.
along with Andy Wassel. And we're going to have a gain of about 6 on that play.
Timeout for injury.
Take another look at that. You can see quick give to Starks, who goes right up the middle. Should have been tackled right there, but not able to hold on. Were the Cougars, and finally is going to be brought down. It looks like, can't see exactly what number that is that's still down out there. He looks pretty hurt though. Looks like it's number 72. Chris Bandholtz. that's down there on the field. Let's hope he can get up from this injury. As I mentioned before, the cold weather being a big factor. And right now, so far the second half, this Centennial defense has kind of been stepping up. Allowed 1 or 2 big plays, but that's about it. Their offense still has to get going though if they want to stay in this game. Actually, if they want to get back into this game, because right now they're really not in it. And you can see a lot of people in the crowd here celebrating homecoming. Could use a little bit bigger stands here at Centennial Cougar Stadium, but big game for homecoming. A lot of fans face painted. Everyone pretty excited. Probably not too happy right now with how the game is going, being down 21-0 late in the third quarter. Gonna need to come up with some big defensive stands right now if they want to get back into the game. And still not exactly sure who that is down on the field for Centennial. Having a lot of trouble getting up. Calling for some more coaches to come out there. And it was number 72, Chris Bandholtz.
Looks like, let me say a little comment to Chris. Chris, it's okay. We'll hunt the buffaloes later.
And Bandholtz being carried off the field, favoring that right ankle, that right foot of his. So it's going to be 2nd down and 2 now for the Eagles. From about
Chris Bandholtz, the injured player.
the Cougar 49-yard line.
Good for 8, making it 2nd and 2.
And we're going to have a big split back formation again. Brant can take the snap.
Motion for the Eagle. Lipinski.
Quick
Quick handoff to Starks.
Stark right up the middle again. Still unable to stop him. He's got.
Joe Starks with the ball.
They weigh him in at 200 on the sheet, but he doesn't look 200.
Starks looks a shy over 200. Let's just leave it at that.
We're going to give him 2.25 at least. And it's going to bring up 1st down and 10 now for the Eagles. Moving the ball down the field nicely. The Centennial team's got to come up with a big stop here if they want to stay in this game. I got to say, one more touchdown for the Eagles, and they might not be able to get themselves back into this game. And there's the handoff. It looks like it's going to Rapinski. And he's going to get up to about the 40-yard, the 45-yard line. I can't see exactly from that. Munch on the tackle. He came up with a big play last time. Let's take another look at that. And here's the handoff. Rapinski right up the middle and gains about 5 on the play. Gets the ball to about the 36-yard line. So we're going to have 2nd and 5 now for the Eagles. Big defensive stop is really important now for the Eagles if they want to get, for the Cougars actually, if they want to get back into this game. And there's a handoff to Starks. Barreling his way. Gains about 5 yards. Looks like it's going to be enough for the 1st down.
Stop by Phil Todd.
Gets it right to about the 30-yard line. Looks like it's going to be 1st down, and they're going to give it to him. So it's going to be 1st and 10 again.
Good for a 1st down.
Starks being a key player tonight, making a lot of
That's 1st and 10.
key runs for the
Centennial 30.
Eagles. A lot of 1st downs.
Give you some of his stats, but
We don't have none.
our stats person took the night off. And it looks like Rapinski's going to go down really hard on that one. Looked like
Kriegler and Graves on the hit.
big hit there by Kriegler to slow him up, and Graves came to help him finish him off. Let's take a look at that last hit.
Loss of 1.
Kriegler coming from corner and Graves from linebacker position.
I noticed this team likes to hand it to the person in motion. Done it quite a few times, actually. And Kriegler just waiting for him right there, not letting him by. Big hit, and that's going to set up 2nd and 11 now for the Eagles. And they're going to have a split back with the handoff.
No handoff.
Fake handoff.
Fake again, fast.
And looking to the far side, not able to hold on was Rapinski. Seems to be the utility man right now.
Mike Brent.
All over the field.
Rapinski is incomplete. And then makes it 3rd and 11.
Just kind of a utility man. And we're gonna set up a third down play with 1.5 minutes left in the third quarter. And we're gonna have a single back now. Sparks is a single back. Man in motion, fakes to, oh, there's a pitch right now to Grown. I think that's his name, Grown right now with the play.
20.
Pass from Brake. Complete to Zach Groen.
Taking down by 19.
Groen brings the ball upfield. Looks like it's gonna be short of the first down. And we'll see what the Eagles do right here.
Gain of 9 on the play.
Looks like it's gonna be about 4th and 2.
And 1.
And it looks like they're gonna be going for it. Look for a handoff right now to Sparks. He's a big guy. Should watch out for him. Should these Cougars. And they do give it to Sparks, who bounces off one defenseman, and it looks like they might have held him. It depends on where they spot it. Official quick to spot the ball.
By Troy Thompson. And
It appears as though they've got it. There's not going to be official timeout. Let's take another look at it. Officials right now are going to come out and measure it. And you can see Rapinski in motion again. And there's a handoff. There he goes right off his own player. Looked like he, from that angle, it looked like he got it. Looked like he was over the line because the line is about the first down. And they're stretching the chains right now, and they got it by about 1 millimeter, I'm going to say. I don't have my ruler on me, nor am I on the field close enough to actually make that measurement, but I'm going to say that it's really close, and they're going to give it to him. Tough break there for the Cougars. Big defensive play. Only giving up slightly over a yard. But it's going to bring up 1st down and 10 now with about 40 seconds left in this third quarter.
Sounds good. I'll let you know.
And Brink right now with the ball.
Still 20 on the
Rapinski in motion, and the handoff is going to go to Groen right there. Groen gets the ball up, gains about 6 or 7 on the play.
Taking down by 19 and 49.
Phil Todd on that play again, along with Andy Wasselk, able to bring him down. So, it's going to bring up 2nd down and 3 right now after the gain of 7 by Groen. And they're going to let the clock run out, and they're going to switch sides of the field.
And that's the end of the third quarter.
And at the end of the third quarter, the homecoming of the Centennial Cougars is not looking too good. They trail 21-0 to the Totino Gray Seagulls.
Cougar fans, the next.
And I got a little update for you from the Spring Lake Park Cambridge game. The Spring Lake Park Panthers lead 28-3 over the Cambridge Asante team. Not sure exactly what their name is. The Blue Jackets, I've just been told by my producer. But so right now, Spring Lake Park leads Cambridge 28-3 in a big matchup in the North Suburban Conference.
Centennial senior Jenny Wong has been chosen to be one of Tara Levin's academic all-stars. And you can catch
We will keep you updated on what happens in that game.
at the 5 o'clock news.
As I mentioned before, Totino Grace and Cambridge Asante, the only 2 undefeated North Suburban Conference teams in conference games. Cambridge did lose to some obscure team in Wisconsin, but losing pretty badly tonight to the Panthers of Spring Lake Park. And we're going to start this fourth quarter
In other North Suburban
deep
Conference action,
in Centennial territory
start of the fourth quarter,
with the Eagles ball.
score is Spring Lake Park 28, Cambridge 3.
So we're going to have a split back formation. It's going to be there's the snap. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle of Starks. Starks has nowhere to go. Great stop by the defense on that one.
Brought down by 30 and 18.
So
Stopped by Dan McDonald.
Frank doing a great job off the snap, faking out the Centennial team. It just didn't happen to work then. As I noted before, this Eagles team likes to fake off the ball. They brought Rapinski through the middle at least a dozen times tonight and given to him at least 6 of those times.
Third and 8.
Quick draw plays are also working for this team. Right now it's 3rd and 8. for Totino, and there's the pass by Frank, right open, wide open in the middle, and there's going to be a touchdown right there. Looks like Smith caught that ball from Brink. Sean Smith, he's got a couple touchdowns today. That was just a blown coverage there by the Cougars. Let's take another look at that when we get a chance. Great play there by the Eagles, just breaking down this defense. Just nice cut right to the middle, crossing pattern by Smith, and not able to stop in front of the goal line are the Cougars, and awaiting the extra point for the Eagles. It's going to be taken by number 7, Joe Nath, and that one's going to be good. And the score is now 28-0.
As the players come down the field, the score is Totino Grace 28, Centennial 0.
So in the fourth quarter here, it's going to be 28-0. Totino Grace Eagles over the Centennial Cougars with about 11 minutes left in the ball game. Right now I'm looking over at the Centennial bench and they look a little bit worn. A little bit worn out right now. But let's see if they can get something going with 11 minutes left in the game. If they want to get back into this ball game, their offense is going to have to step it up a notch, try and put the ball in the end zone. This Eagles defense is able to be broken. We've seen it been done all day. They've got a great red zone defense though. The Cougars not able to score once they get over the 30-yard line. So let's see if Centennial can do something with the ball this time. Try and get on the board, make this a little bit more respectable for them. And the kick's going to go to Massey. It's going to bounce right by him, and that one's going to go into the end zone.
Kick goes into the end zone.
Massey lets the ball, misjudges it a little bit.
Cougars ball, 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Cougars on their own 20-yard line as they try and get something going late in the game. And taking the field now is this Cougars offense. I see Yunan going out there, along with Bradley. Let's see what Coach Watson has up his sleeve. See if he can pull anything off this late in the game, being down by this much to the number 1 rated team in the North Suburban Conference. And we're going to have a handoff right away.
Andy Wassell, the ball carrier.
Looks like that one's going to go to number 19. Andy Wassell, first carry for him this week. First carry for him in the game. Last week against Buffalo, we carried the ball 4 times for 10 yards.
Makes it 2nd and 11.
Not their key running back, which is Massey. Like to see him get the ball a little bit more. He's been known to break some big plays. Also, McDonald last week, as I mentioned, was able to break some big plays, averaged 9.1 yards per carry. Like to see him get the ball a little bit more. And we're setting the I formation. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Bradley back to pass. Looks downfield, finds Kriegler wide open. Kriegler there tackled there by a group of Eagles, and Bradley able to find Kriegler, and Eagles able to find Kriegler also and bring him down pretty hard. And let's take another look at that. And there's Bradley back to pass. Wide open is Kriegler. Nobody really stepping up. Linebacker a little bit out of place on that one. And nowhere to go for him after he gets it. And that's going to be about a gain of about 12 yards. 13 yards on that one. So we're going to have a first down for the Cougars in their own territory. And back to pass is Bradley again. This time he finds Yunan. Yunan not able to break any tackles on that one.
Bradley's pass is complete to Yunan.
Looks like he gained about 2 or 3 yards on that play. Nice catch there by Yunan. Really great coverage there, though, by the Eagles. And Yunan not able to make anything up on that. So we're going to have 2nd and 8 now for the Cougars, still in their own territory, looking to get on the board with about 9.5 minutes left to go in the game. And there's the handoff to Massey. Massey not able to break a few tackles, really not able to get too far, though.
Massey, the ball carrier.
And it looks like it's going to be 3rd and about 4 or 5.
Stopped on the play by Michael Liddicky.
So it's going to be about 3rd down and 4 on that one.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
So right now it's about 3rd and 4 for the Cougars. They got an I formation again. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Unan and Kriegler. And they go to Massey again. Massey nowhere on that one. Looked like Eagles were anticipating the run on that. Had their defense kind of centered around that. Big tackle there by Pasteurs and Matt Snood on that one.
Loss on the play brings up 4th down.
So right now it's going to be 4th down and 8 for the Cougars, and it looks like they're going to be punting. They bring in the punt squad. But not able to get, they get 1 first down in this last drive. Really not sparking the offense
From Troy Thompson.
like they need to be. This late in the game, I wouldn't be too surprised if they tried something creative right here. Deep in their own territory. And
Timeout.
Centennial's going to call a timeout. I don't know if they saw something they didn't like. Apparently they didn't have enough players on the field, as we saw number 44, Dan Perrin, run on the field a little bit late. But so it's going to be 4th down and 8 still. When Centennial does decide, and if they do decide to punt. And Totino really hasn't been able to be stopped this second half. Although they've only got 1 touchdown, they have been doing a great job driving the ball. Great job throwing the ball also by number 13 quarterback Mike Brink for the Eagles, finding Sean Smith, number 8, for a few touchdown strikes. Most recent being in the 4th quarter here to start us off. And still getting everything organized. There's the Centennial team. Long huddle for just a punt. Maybe I'm calling something here. I don't know. We'll see. And back to punt is Troy Thompson. Thompson waiting for the punt now. And he does punt it away. And waiting for it is number 11 for the Eagles, Dan Peltier. That one's a beautiful kick by Thompson. That one went a long ways. And the punt does go out of bounds, so there's no return, and it's going to be ball on about the 20-yard. Looks like it's about the 19-yard line of Totino, so they've got a long way to go if they want to get on the board again. Good field position for the Centennial defense if they want to make a big stop. Turnover would be nice in this drive. Already 2 turnovers by this Totino Grace team today. There's an interception, and there's also a fumble after a reception. And looks like the ball goes up the middle again to Starks. Nowhere for him to go. Centennial's readily waiting for them. Looks like right now, this Eagles team just working on the clock a little bit. Really no hurry. Taking their time out there. Being up 28-0 with 7.5 minutes to go in the game. It's a good strategy being played by Totino Grace. And single back in the backfield. And here comes that cut through. Man in motion goes to number 24. Jeff Snagoski. First time he's touched the ball today. And Wayne Graves on the tackle. Again, we've seen that play several times with the man in motion getting the ball on the handoff. Seems to have been working for him all day so far. Only gained 3 on that one. So it brings up 3rd and 7 for the Eagles. And single back again to Starks. Fake to him. And there's the pass. New quarterback actually in the game right now. Looks like Matt Edstrom's in the game right now for Totino, number 9. And also in the backfield, that's Nate Hildebrand, not Joe Starks. Number 34, Joe Hildebrand. In the backfield, taking over for Starks. Edstrom, a junior, will probably be taking over the quarterback position of this team next year. Frank being a senior. And good 3-and-out defensive stand by the Cougars. And there's a fumble. It looked like number 81. Looked like Jake Kriegler was going to try and run that one back, even though it wasn't that deep of a kick, and it was pretty low, too. These special teams, it's all of them. Let's take another look at them. Let's take another look at this play. Safest play here would have been a fair catch, but Kriegler trying to get something going here. And it looks like the ball was there right before the hit, and there was no fair call called by Kriegler. So as it stands, it's going to be a turnover. And it's going to be Eagles ball on the 50-yard line. And looked like there was a fumble on the play. And the ball's immediately going to go back to the Cougars. So lucky play right there.
Picked up by 39.
Looks like that one was picked up by number 39, Jared Massey. Big play right there. Let's take another look at that. Great defensive stand. That's a third turnover today for the Eagles. You can see the ball just pop out right there. That was number 47, Tim Pastores, who fumbled for the Eagles, and Centennial gets it right back. So they got a lucky break right there.
Now in a quarterback for the Cougars, number 12, Carl Nowakowski.
And there's going to be a little bit of a quarterback change here for the Cougars. Looks like number 12, Carl Nowakowski, is going to come into the game.
Timeout called by Centennial.
Saw a little bit of him a few weeks ago against Spring Lake Park. Only had about 2 minutes of playing time that game, so we didn't really get to see him all that much. And last week he was into the game versus Buffalo. He had 3 pass attempts and 1 completion, but that was to a player on Buffalo. So not a really good quarterback rating for Nowakowski, but he's only a sophomore right now, so he's got plenty years to get his game down. So let's see what this new look offense does for the Cougars. I can see Kriegler on the sideline right now, as well as Massey taking a breather. Looks like new split end. Brian Kimmis is in the game, number 5 for the Cougars, to the near side. And we got an I formation for the Cougars. Looks like Joe Jenrich, number 32, is in the game. And the handoff is going to go. Wow. That handoff went immediately to Aaron Bradley.
Carried by Francois Yang.
Make that yag on that one.
Stop for a loss by Stephen.
Big hit on that one. Let's take another look at that hit. You can just see not even blocked on that one. Just swallows them up right there. Nowhere to go for the Cougar. And it's going to bring down 2nd down and 15 after the loss of 5. And we're at the 6-minute mark left in the game. Centennial's really got to get something going this drive if they want to get back in this game. Nowakowski's back to pass, and it's going to be dropped.
Nowakowski's pass intended for Evan Hordick.
Hordick was wide open. Should have caught that ball, just dropped it. Probably not used to the cold weather. This being the first cold weather game of the year for either of these teams, due to the fact that it's been warm up until this point. So this is good for preparing these teams for postseason action late October. Kind of weather we can expect, maybe a little bit snow on the ground, but we're going to have a handoff right up the middle. Actually, we're going to have a fumble. And I believe the Eagles have recovered on.
Fumble on the play, recovered by Totino. And number 94, Stephen Kemet.
Kemet for the Eagles recovered that one. I just didn't see exactly what happened. Just never actually had it. Just bobbled the ball, did number
10 at the Centennial.
34.
41.
So we're going to have 1st and 10 now for the Eagles with about 5.5 minutes left in the game. In Centennial territory. Let's hope they get another turnover here. Already 3 this evening. And there's a handoff up the middle. Handoff goes to number 34, Hildebrand. Gain of about 2 on the play. Gain of about 2 on the play.
Gain of 2 on the play, makes it 2nd and 8.
And we're going to have 2nd down and 8 now for the Eagles. And it looks like they're at about the 39-yard line of the Cougars. And we're going to have a single back. No doubt a man in motion. And here he comes, and the ball does go to him. And 24 with the ball. Big jump over the defender. Number 24 right there, Jeff Snagoski. tried to leave one defender, and he paid for it.
36 and 37.
Stopping the play by
Big play there by the defense. Gained a few yards on the play. Looks like it's going to be third down and about 2. Let's take another look at that. You can see Stangoski cutting to the middle
brings up 3rd and 2.
and jumps his own offender right there and just goes down really hard on that one. So this Centennial defense has been laying down some pretty big hits so far this game. And we're going to have 3rd down and 2 right now. Here's a big defensive stand if the Cougars can hold him. Man in motion. It's going to go right up the middle. And it looks like he's going to be close to the first down. I believe that was number 34. Hildebrand with the ball. Plays by the ball. It looks like they're going to have a first down. They might be bringing out the chains to measure this one. Can't be sure exactly. And they will be bringing out the chains. It'll be interesting to see what the Eagles do right now if it is 4th down. Because if they can hold on to the ball and get the first down, they can almost run out the clock. So here's the measurement, and it's going to be a first down for the Eagles by a good half a football. So it's going to be first down and 10 now on about the 30-yard line. Looks like about the 31-yard line of the Cougars. And Edstrom up to the line, setting up his offense. We got a single back. Man in motion right now is number 43. Matt Miller with the ball, gets to the outside. Gain of about 5 on the play, maybe 6 or 7.
Matt Miller, the ball carrier.
53 and 1.
Stopped on the play.
Keep on using that man in motion play. Do the Eagles. Seems to be working for them, so they might as well keep using it. So it's going to be a gain of 7 on that play by Miller. So it's going to be 2nd down and 3 at about the 24-yard line. Got to get to the 21 to get a first down. And the man in motion. Looks like that's number 24 using his own. Pushing his players into blocks is number 24, Stangoski. Stangoski able to get a first down on that run. Coming to the near side of the field. And checking in for the Cougars, I see one key player, Kenny Favorite, number 88. Watch out for him. He's got some prowess on the defensive end. Let's see if he can create anything. I know he's got good hands. Taking the linebacker position. And here's the snap. And it's going to go right up the middle. Actually, to the outside. I got faked out by that one, too. And ball's going to go to the far side.
Matt Miller with the ball.
Miller gets another carry.
Stopped by Dan Yaki.
And it's going to be first down and 10.
And
Deep.
Logan.
Quite deep, actually, in this Cougar territory.
Yes, there is. There's a flag.
Penalty on the play.
Looks like there's a flag on the play, and it's going to be called back. Looks like it might be a holding penalty, as they are going back 10 yards.
Holding against Totino. Walk off 10 yards from the start of the foul.
So that's going to bring up 1st and 20 for the Eagles.
Makes it 1st and 20.
Nice break there for the Cougars. And Centennial gets set up, as do the Eagles. They got a single setback. And here comes the man in motion. And that one's going to go right up the middle. Hit hard was Hildebrand trying to get the ball through. Nowhere for him to go, so that's going to bring up about 2nd down to 20.
Stopped by
Really no gain on that play.
Ken Favorite. And Joe Jedrick.
Ken favored it on that tackle, as I mentioned. Big defensive player out there. And actually they gained about 2 on that play, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 18. And single setback again. Slapback comes through, the ball's going to be handed off to him. That's number 24, Stangoski again. Stangoski looking to go to the outside, not able to, and he's going to be tackled by, it looked like, number 37, Kriegler on that one.
Stopped by Jeff Guyot
Kriegler made the initial hit.
and Josh Krieger.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and long. Probably looks like about 15. 3rd down and about 15 for the Eagles. Again, Centennial needs a big stop here, although there's only a minute and a half left in the game. Kind of tough to come back from this 28-point deficit, but it'd be nice to see them get on the board. And the Eagles is taking their time with the clock. First down here should pretty much put the Cougars out of their misery. Here's the throw, and it's caught over the middle. Incomplete, actually, right through his hands. Looks like Justin Stengline right there, number 80. Not able to hold on to it. Right through his hands, actually. Let's take another look at that.
That brings up fourth.
You can see Engstrom back to pass. We saw a touchdown on the exact same play earlier. And again, the wide receiver is open. And just not able to hold on. So it's going to bring up 4th down and 15. With about a minute left in the game. 1:07 actually. And they're going to go for it on 4th down. Engstrom with the snap. It's going to hand off to number 43. Miller with the ball again, going to the far side. Trying to get the first down, and looks like he's able to get the first down.
Matt Miller on the carry.
And
43 and 37.
that should just about do it for the Cougars. There's about a minute left in the game, and we're going to have 1st and goal now.
That run is good for a first down, however.
For the Eagles. Centennial not able to hold on a long 4th down.
At the Centennial 7-yard line.
So, ball's going to be on the 7-yard line for the Eagles. See if they're just going to run the clock out. Have a couple wide receivers out, one back. And they're just going to down it and run the clock out.
Ball down.
And they should have to do that about one more time before the end of the game. So right now, with 45 seconds left and Totino Grace in full control, Totino Grace Eagles lead the Centennial Cougars 28-0 at the Centennial homecoming. And the Eagles all set to take a knee again. No need to run up the score this late in the game. And Engstrom takes the knee again, getting a little practice taking the knee. Edstrom, actually. Forgive me for calling him Engstrom a few times. It's actually Edstrom, and that's actually going to be the ball game. Homecoming here at the Centennial Cougar Stadium ends with Totino Grace taking the game 28-0. The game started out with the Eagles taking control, getting on the board a few times. Centennial in the first half had a few drives that had potential, but they just kind of fizzled out around the 30-yard line each time. A couple big turnovers by the Eagles kept Centennial in this game, but never able to capitalize was the Centennial offense. So the game stands with Totino Grace 28 and the Centennial Cougars 0. And standings in the conference, Totino Grace now goes to 5-0 in the conference and 6-0 overall, and Centennial drops to 1-4 in the conference and 2-4 overall. So for all of us here at Centennial High School, I'm Joel Mansager. Thanks for watching.
The Minnesota Media Archive is brought to you by North Metro TV. Your support helps make the archive possible. If you like this video, please consider a one-time donation.